Now I want to turn to you, Samini, because his honorable mention everything that happened in Ghana the past 5 years regarding entertainment. And I wanted to know your experience. How did you benefited for all that exposure as a recording artist?
Thank you very much. Some of us are used to the mic, but we're used to it for, obvious reasons. Just jump around, sing and dance and get your fans excited. But anytime I get to use it for something else rather than that, it's an opportunity for me to show people that I do more than just sing and dance. So back to your question. With my experience as an artist that comes from the analog days through all these digital times to now, I have seen Ghana music industry with a few mainstream artists being like the monopoly holders till the internet came and then made it clear and spread it out for everybody to take advantage of the opportunity and become a star in your own right. From there to fast forward to Year of Return, where the whole industry just changed, drastically, because then the number of gigs and the number of events and the number of parties that would happen annually for me as an artist and the number of bookings that I would get annually quadrupled, if I'm not exaggerating. For example, last year, for instance, I had days in December where I would do 5 appearances before the night would go, as compared to where, like your entire December, maybe you have about 5 sure shows that that maybe first week you have 1, middle week you have 1, maybe the busy seasons you have about 2, and then possibly New Year's. So on average, you have about 5 or 6 sure appearances. Last December, I did about 25 shows. Yes, last December alone. So that alone is like a summary of how it has impacted my career of my life, because it has a positive effect on my pocket, on my bank. So that me as an artist who's an independent artist who plows back my own funds into my craft every time, and I've been doing this for 2 decades and counting. When I'm getting more revenue or more income for what I do, I think it's a positive reflection onto how much I can churn out, and then it makes me slightly more comfortable than I am to be able to do more. Which brings me back to my point, to the fact that as an artist, after we create, we definitely need that funding partner to come on board for us to now add value to what we've done, market what we've done, get the right people on board, and then sell to the right audience. So an artist like me who's been doing entertainment for 20 years and counting, like I keep saying, because that's my pride, that's all I know. Anything else I've done outside of music is something I've used money from music to do. But if you call me from my sleep, the first thing that comes to me is music and entertainment. So if an artist like me, if I create an art form and I'm expected to go do some side job to get money to fund the art form, my concentration for the art form is not going to be 100. So the outcome of the art form is not going to be 100. So then, should I get the right investor, the right partner, just know that guaranteed my focus on my artwork is 100. His support that's coming is requisite 100. We're going to hit the world straight. That's my vision, because I've done it single-handedly, but I've tried my best to stay afloat. Imagine me with an investor. You can't talk to me, but I've tried. But I am an example of what happens without any help whatsoever, and an example also of what can happen should you add a little muscle to what I have. Thank you.
Wow. So this is a very strong message. Invest in music and invest in Samini. Another question for you, Samini. I guess the Year of Return and all this exposure opened doors across Ghana. And how do you create the bridge between Ghanaian and Ghanaian diaspora or non-Ghanaian diaspora?
I think it's an amazing time to be here and to be a part of this phase, because here we have the internet and we are able to collaborate across overseas in the twinkle of an eye. So strategic collaborations with various territories aimed at getting both territories' attention onto one mission or one concept, which obviously is bringing the sixth region back home and bringing the 6 regions' attention to the motherland and the fact that we need them on board for a collective growth, for a new Africa, for the narrative to be changed. So I think that, like I said, it's an amazing time to be a part of it, and the opportunities are endless because I mean, it's not far-fetched to contact each other, to reach each other. We have the social media where you can readily see someone's Instagram page and send them a direct message, and because of your profile, they know who's talking to them and they know it's authentic, and the conversation begins from there. I'm into agriculture, I'm into oil and gas, I'm into mining, I'm into other stuff, but my primary source of income and how I got to all of these areas is music. But I know that if I meet anybody in these areas, I still know how to channel them and then get them to start something in those areas.
If there is one thing we should take away from this conversation, what would it be?
If there's one thing that we would want the audience listening to take back with them. So then if we're going to specialize, I spoke on art. So more of what I create, be it tangible or intellectually, what I create. So if I want to summarize what I want my audience to take back to whoever was in here or whoever isn't here today is that as a creative person, after I have done everything, should I get the right funding partner, the food chain will be created right there. Because then my art form is going to be distributed to people who are going to buy. So the middle person that's selling is going to make some food from there. The person that's creating my album artwork, the person that's doing my music video, the person that played the beat. If I wrote my own lyrics, good, which I do. Those who don't write, the person that wrote the lyrics, and everybody else in the whole, circle is going to eat the moment we invest in the art form and exploit and add value to it. So my word is short. We need investments as creative people to be able to take our art form to the rest of the world. Also, as a creative person who's been on my toes for this long, I am like an ambassador. I'm like a go-to person because people from the diaspora are skeptical usually about doing business with people back home. So my credit as an artist who has been brand ambassador for high-profile companies in Ghana for years and still a brand ambassador to financial institutions and other bodies back home, I think that I can be one of the shortlisted people that you would be comfortable speaking to and partnering with to do any business back home based on my record on how I do my things. So I've put myself out as one of the people that if you're not sure who to work with in Ghana, in any area whatsoever, speak to me as your local partner, and then I will, through myself and my network, get you to the right offices and the right institutions so that you're not going to go and tell a story that I don't want to be told about Ghana. Whatever it is, you should go back and say, yo, I went back home and I made a fortune because I linked up with the right people. Thank you.